Hello there everybody, and welcome back to Space Engineers. As you can see, I've had a bit of a makeover. We are wearing the yellow chef's outfit. It just seemed a bit more fitting with the channel's thematic colors. We're on an asteroid over here, and this is being recorded very shortly after the previous episode went live. Sorry, that's just how the scheduling worked out. I will be dealing with comments about halfway through this episode. Hey there everybody, it's Miles from the future. While you're watching this, I've already recorded the episode you're seeing. It was recorded right off the other one for scheduling concerns. It's a whole thing. Couple of updates for you really quickly. Number one, Magic the Editor and I are in the shed. Not the tool shed, the power shed. The load shedding shed. We are unfortunately up to stage 6, and for those of you who are either from South Africa or know about it, will know that that is a bad time. We have about 14 hours a day without electricity on average, making videos very difficult, as computers, get this, use electricity to turn on. Now, we are taking steps to try and get around this. The new ad revenue coming through is really helping, and the channel memberships are a godsend. You guys are quite literally keeping the lights on around here very directly. So, that being said, if you'd like to continue to see Space Engineers content come out as the power grid collapses around us, please do consider supporting the channel directly. It quite literally allows the two of us to get countermeasures to the whole problem. Secondly, speaking of countermeasures, the grinder. This guy right over here. Now, many people had the wonderful suggestion to, rather than get rid of the tier 3 grinders or slow them down, to just use this for everyday work and then instead use a lower grade grinder for boarding missions so that we keep them interesting. And I think this is a fantastic compromise, and that's exactly what we're going to do. The third thing that we need to deal with is that the mod list has been updated a couple of times since the first episode, so if you've been playing it and you've been finding that the ships aren't behaving in the same way, please unsubscribe and resubscribe to the mod list. You should see a lot of the behaviors change and things get fixed. I made a mistake and I included incorrect mods and excluded correct mods on my first pass of it, and I didn't expect it to blow up this much, I'll be completely honest. And so you should now hopefully have the correct combination of ships and weapons. And the last thing, of course, is that goddamn yield module I put on the assembler. Everyone and their grandmother has mailed me, in the slow mail, I've been getting letters, no I'm kidding, about the fact that this thing does nothing on an assembler, it only works with the refinery. You know what? You're right, I am a stupid LU, I have taken an L from you, and I am going to remove it in episode 5. I didn't remember to do it in episode 4, because I'm a big stinky silly, but I will get to it in episode 5. Thank you all so much for the comments. Okay, without further ado, enjoy the episode. Bye-bye! Ooh, the present! The start here is going to be a little bit rushed, because you see, we're running out of a pretty critical resource. We are running out of ice. In fact, this ship is now down to 7% hydrogen reserves, which is very, very scary for me personally. Now, I have found this asteroid over here. We've got an iron deposit there in the middle, and we've got an ice deposit further down on the side. I'm currently camped out next to the iron deposit. The problem with the ice deposit is that it appears to have deposited itself somewhere very, very far deep down inside this asteroid. If I fly over there, let's, oh, it's an explosives shipment, huh? Well, I do need magnesium. That's going to be one of the other things we've got to deal with today. But if I fly down over here, the closest point I've managed to find is right here, and that's still 100 meters away. So, ores in Space Engineers almost always deposit themselves on the surface of asteroids, but I guess that's not always the case. This one is very much buried in the heart of this asteroid, so I'm going to have to dig all the way down there. Thankfully, with the level 2 drill, this is a pretty quick task, but we're going to have to drill all the way down, until we get to ice, and then I'm going to have to just do a bunch of manual loading. But I think it also might be time to finally build that miner.
4 to 6 days later.
Did I overshoot this? Oh, I overshot it. Whoopsie. There we go. It's a little precarious having to fly all the way down there each time like this, so that's not really ideal, is it? No, I think what we're going to work towards here is getting a mining ship built today, and that's definitely going to be a matter of priority. However, to make sure we weren't completely defenseless, I did finish setting up the guns. We now have 3 assault cannons, 1, 2, 3, as well as 2 Gatling guns behind them. These are mostly for missile defense. They have the same range, it's about 800 meters, Actually, what is the maximum range on these nowadays? 1,500 meters. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty damn solid. What are you guys at? I think weapon core changes a lot of this sort of stuff. Let's just go inside and we'll have a look. Also, I have gotten ready to accept our new ship. I expanded out a connector. These are armored conveyor tubes leading out from that central hub. They basically just run through the bottom of the ship under here. There you go. And they connect up right over there. That is our armored connectors. In fact, you know, we can probably fill this in with a plate right over there. Let me do that. Don't want any stray bullets making their way in. Ooh, the trade station. Okay. New stuff in stock. I want some more contracts. That's kind of what I'm keen for. I did ask at the end of the previous one why I wasn't getting contracts. So I haven't had a chance yet, of course, to see your responses because of when this is being recorded. But I am very keen to look into that because, yeah, it's a bit odd that we didn't have any contracts available at that station. I don't know if that's vanilla behavior or if I've broken something, right? It's very possible that it's the latter, let's be honest. Bit of a weird shape, this one. I think it'll have to just do. Whee! Okay. Alright, in order to build the ship, we are going to need to do a few things first. Well, number one, we can build lights down. We finished that last time. We're still finding ore. We're still building a miner. This is all in service, of course, of upgrading the not fit for purpose. And that's going to have a bunch of subtasks layered underneath it. But for now, we'll just leave it like this. I don't have anything specific I need to do, so as we get to stuff, we will add it to the list. Let's start this journey by having a look at those assault cannons. I want to see what their radius is now. They have a max range of 3 kilometers. Okay, it's not 800 meters. I think that's weapon core changing the behavior, because I'm pretty sure they're definitely less than that in vanilla. I'm pretty sure, because like 3Ks is a hell of a long range. I mean, that's a bit much, right? I'm currently walking on the side. This game is so dumb sometimes, man. I love it. What am I magnetically connected to, space engineers? Tell me. Alright, one thing I do want to add before we leave anything else behind is some more disco ball point defense weapons here. Yeah, put one there, and we'll put another one over here. I actually have no idea what these cost. They do cost superconductor, which means I can't build 2. Okay, you know what? For the sake of... Oh, whoopsie, that was a mistake. For the sake of symmetry, I will put them back. And, oh no, I don't have this texture pack, I don't think. Oh no, I can't rebuild that slope in the same way. Damn it, this fast grinding strikes again. Ah, punished by our own success. Never mind, I can copy it. Okay, who needs to pay for DLC when you can just steal it? Yes.
Let the piracy flow through you.
Oh, that means we could do the whole ship in that texture, right? Like now that I've got that texture style, ooh, yes, I can layer all of you on. I haven't paid for this. This feels wrong. I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, well, we're gonna have to repaint the ship at some point. I do love the red accents, but I kind of like the way the yellow looks here. I'm getting used to it, but I think I do want a more coherent style at some point, right? Like, this isn't gonna last forever. We can, for the moment, though, connect these a bit more securely, because right now they're currently held on by a connector and this thin piece of metal, which maybe that's not enough. Let's touch. This is what I mean by upgrade the ship. I just want to do like little incremental upgrades, you know, where I see them as we go along, and then we'll make it fit into the wider aesthetic as we go. You know, it doesn't all have to connect right away, but that's just going to improve things a little bit. Okay, anyway, as I was designing, we need to make a miner, and I think the best place to do it's going to be right over here on the poop deck. And I think I want to place it. We're gonna build this off of a rotor so that we can charge the batteries from the get-go. And we're actually gonna build a rotor into it as well. So give me a rotor right over there. I need an advanced rotor, I think. Well, I don't need an advanced rotor. It's just easier to use an advanced rotor for this. We grind off the top. We go into build menu, which is control scroll. You can also just do this through the menu. It's just a bit easier here. And then we attach the small head. Okay. Yeah, that's what we want. Also, that's what they used to call me in middle school.
Are you sure about that?
There we go. The small rotor head. Much better. And then you want to make sure you turn the rotor lock on in that menu. There we go. So now this thing won't spin around if I bump it by mistake. Alright, so this thing needs a downward-facing connector. It's going to need an ore detector. It's going to need drills. It's going to need storage containers. And it's going to need a whole bunch of armor, so that it doesn't get smashed up. We might also make it an automated drone at some point, but I think for now, I'm just going to design it around me piloting it. But we can definitely consider that in the future. Now, the nice thing about ores is that they only require these small slots. So we can probably do something like this. Okay, oxygen tank, then O2H2 generator as such. You know what, we don't need an oxygen tank. We can just keep some ice on board. I think that makes a lot more sense because we put this like this, then we can put some conveyors in between them. These ones right over here will work just fine. There we go. And then we'll put a cockpit just in front of that. And I think we're going to be in a pretty good place. Give me 2 spaces here. And yeah, you know what? We'll do omnidirectional ones all the way through. And then, of course, finally, the cockpit. And then it's mostly just about building the ship around this. Put that right over there. Okay, so that's the scaffolding of our ship. We'll have a connector right at the back. Is that going to reach? I'm a little worried maybe it's too long. What if we put the connector in the middle of the cargo containers? That would fix that problem. There. Right. And then we pop off this, pop off this, pop off this. Put the connector in the middle. Yeah, I think that's going to work a little bit better. And then we'll put a cargo container behind it. And I am going to go with the medium ones. I know the bigger ones are better, but I'm going to go with the mediums for now. Just to keep this a slightly more slim, like sort of slim. You know, because the bigger ones are gigantic. Look at them. That's the medium, and then that's the large. It would be much harder to fit everything around it. Alright, what else do we need here? We'll need some gyroscopes, of course. Always need a gyroscope. We'll need some batteries. In fact, we want to get those built pretty soon so they can start charging. We'll need some gyros. We'll need some batteries. And then if I guess we're going this wide, we might as well just put down a large cargo container, now that I'm thinking about it. Could do something like that. I think that looks pretty solid to me. Let's get these batteries built because I want them to start charging. Okay, and I accidentally built that bit. That was not intentional, but c'est la vie. Also, get rid of the gyros. Weld that up. Put the gyros back. Okay, I think for the rest of this build, I'm going to try and see if I can set up a third-person camera. If I can, you'll see it. If I can't, you won't. Okay, so, update. The time-lapse didn't work, but this is how far I got with the designing before I realized it wasn't happening. We got some drills. We got a couple of lights up front. The drills are sort of arranged. We've got 4 of them. There should be enough space, I hope, to clear out any debris. If it's not, we can move this top drill up by 1 more conveyor. And then we got a bunch of thrusters just sort of randomly scattered about. That's all you've missed. I've just sort of welded up the rest of it. So we got 3 forward-facing thrusters at the front. Then another 3 and 3 on either side. So a total of 9. 2 large rear-facing ones.
Energy low.
About, I think, 3 left to right ones per side. And then 4 down and 4 up. And I'm really hoping that's going to be enough to do exactly what we're looking to do here. Alright, but let's go ahead and start welding all of this together then, I guess. So this is very much designed to be an asteroid miner. It needs to be able to tunnel into asteroids to get at deposits that are under the surface, like that water down there, and then back out pretty straight so that we don't accidentally clip into anything. I'm a little worried that it might be too tall. I think we are going to have to move this drill up by 1. Okay, there we go. That should hopefully... I mean, the drill seems to be occluding that, and I know they sort of drill in a larger radius around themselves, so that should be able to bore in a straight line. I really hope. It doesn't look as good from the inside, but that is, you know, it is what it is, right? We could move the cockpit up by 1 block, but then I think we just push the problem further up, so, you know, this is fine too. Okay, let's make the thrusters. Hopefully I've got enough to do all of this, and it looks like I do. That's honestly astonishing, but I think the fighter that we scrapped, the good old Need Help, it has become this behemoth over here. And, I mean, behemoth's a pretty good name, but I will... This one we're not scrapping, I promise. I will ask you guys for your ideas here. I am going to move this out by 1, though. I know that this won't interact, but I think it'll look a little bit better if we got a bit more space here. There we go. Oh, yeah. That'll look a little bit better. Now, we are going to have to do some, a little bit of greebling to make the armor look nicer. Because, believe me, I am very aware how scuffed this looks. We will fix this together. over time. Oh, something someone suggested, which I think is actually kind of genius, is to find the cargo container, the one with components in it specifically, rename this CC, large cargo container, and then I just type in CC here. You can make it any letter, it's just CC's like, it's close to my index finger. Oh, that's gonna speed things up a whole bunch. Okay, time to make this thing look a little bit better. Oh, you'll be fine, just breathe. Just breathe the vacuum. Simple, how do you die in vacuum? If you just exhale and then breathe the air back in. Duh. Now listen, I'm no Splitsy, okay? The man is the Greebling goat. I'm simply the Greebling gosling, okay? I'm doing my best here. Oh god, that looks horrendous. No, that's definitely not it. We don't do it like this. Maybe we do it like this. I'm learning, okay? Okay, now we're gonna transition up here without looking like absolute doo-doo. Is it possible? I think if we just do a thin strip, I think that's the play. You know what? I don't hate that. What if I do this? I hate it, which is how you know it's definitely better. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. We use this slope. There we go. So we still get a nice slope, but it's at a different angle. Yes, because then I can do that. Okay, then it looks like it's coming in a little. Is this good? I don't know. I like the way the bottom's looking. I definitely like having sort of bits of exposed machinery and then non-exposed bits, I guess. Oh yeah, no, I think this was the right call after all. Now that there's more of it on there, I'm liking the way it's looking. Because like now, I can cover up this. Oh yeah, no, listen, I'm on board. I wasn't for a second there when it was just 1 or 2 pieces, but now there's a bunch of it. I think it actually looks pretty dope. All right, so now what do we name this ship? There was so many good suggestions for the need help, which of course we ended up having to just scrap. And I feel terrible, like genuinely terrible, that we ended up just turning that thing into spare parts. But it did let us build this. And you know, while just pirating ships is fun, I think it is also pretty cool to, you know, do a bit of our own building from time to time. Speaking of which, I'm going to continue just sort of putting the final touches over here, because I could do this all day otherwise. And then we will put this thing to the test and see how we do. Alright, let's go ahead, and I think we can cut this thing off here. I'm not going to name it yet. We will christen it together, chat. I think for now I'm just going to chop this down to its base components, put that away, and then we'll plug it into charge. What does it remind you of? You look at this thing, what do you see? I'm interested to hear. It looks a little bit like a tick, doesn't it? It's got that huge back, but it's not the best word for it. Oh man, I can't really place it. I think I really like the design we ended up with. I'm so happy with the windows. I'm never going to shut up about the windows. You'll never make me shut up about the windows. I think the windows look fantastic. I'm definitely going to be taking that forward. I think that might be like, I've been trying to work out like what's my aesthetic going to be. It's going to be windows, man. I'm a glass-celled window pill. Yo, whatever the hell this is. Oh, it does have a bit of wobble. You see that? That does tell me we need an extra gyroscope somewhere. That's usually what that means, in my very limited experience. Also, it does just give us just that little bit of extra sort of, you know, insulation from damage. The ones in the front get damaged. You know, we've got a little bit extra in the back. We can sort of see it peeping through there, see if it's damaged. That seems smart to me. Okay, there we go. The wobble's a lot less. That means the gyro is working a little better. Or maybe it's just going to wobble anyway. Maybe that's just a feature of the game now. If so, that's pretty cool. I feel like it's less, though. But, I mean, okay, once again, someone in the comments is already telling me I'm wrong. So, we'll just work with that. I think I need to move this connector one more out. It's a little close. It's a little cramped in there. Okay. Oh, okay. I also don't have the thrust to leave. That is a problem. Okay, we need more downward thrust. You know what? I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I love the arch on this thing. I don't know what it reminds me of, though. It's not particularly... Maybe like an eel? Oh, it's like an eel or like a snake, right? Yeah. Okay, comment section. Work with that. Give me like a eel/snake themed name. I like that. Or anything else. Whatever you guys think sounds good, you know? I promise I won't grind this one down into dust right away. We'll give it a couple days at least. Okay, I kind of like the abrupt end to the bow there. Let's land. Excuse you. That piece just fell off. Astonishingly, we still don't have quite enough thrust to actually take off, which is mind-boggling to me, really. I feel like we probably should have enough juice, but I guess not. Okay, cool. I think that has been a very interesting addition to the ship. Very much so indeed. Let's go ahead and lock it in. Okay, and that's just going to chill there for a second and continue to recharge. Alright, and then let's move the not fit for purpose a little closer to that ice deposit. I don't really need the iron. I mean, it's good to have it marked down, right? But let's just go scope out this ice. Because where was that ice hole that I dug? Yeah, there it is. Alright, with the light shining straight down, we head over to the BBYyyy Antenna 3, which is... I think I should put the cockpit a little bit further forward. Anyway, you know what? No. I think the ship's beautiful and perfect the way it is. Let's go destroy it. Step 1 is, of course, going to be to take a safety blueprint. This is just in case I happen to blow the thing up. Give me a Control B. And for now, that'll just be Small Grid 6153. But once you guys have christened it, then it will have a true name. Okay, it is a little bit annoying that I can't see through. Maybe a camera in the front might be a good call. Oh, he's got some serious juice. And it's okay braking. It's not incredible. Now, let's the true test. Let's see if this thing fits inside the hole it makes. And the answer appears to be yes. That's with the right-click mine. That's the sort of the large bulk mining operation. Okay, let me aim myself towards the ice, and we go in a straight line. Okay, we have arrived at the ice deposit. Let's go ahead and absolutely fill up. We're keeping an eye on the bottom right there to see what our mass is. I want to know what it looks like when I'm completely full. I'll just make note of it, and then that should give me an idea. You know, I think different ores do have different weights. I might be mistaken about that. That might be something worth test bedding. Let me know if that's what you want to see. But I think different ores have different weights. But it should be roughly within the same ballpark. Like, you know, I'll know, like, once I'm over 120,000 kilograms, then that means I'm probably full. And it looks like we have stopped going up. Oh, no, we're going up a little bit more there. Let's see. Okay, we got all drills are full. The cockpit's full. Oh my god, it's all full. Wow, it's really all full. Alright, let's go ahead and back out. And we do have a deep space cryotransporter getting a little bit too close for comfort, unfortunately. But now we can go ahead and back up. And I think I want a reverse camera too. Okay, so we want a front camera and a back camera. What have I bumped into? Oh, I've hit the ceiling. Yes, that will do it. I broke a thruster. Those are very hard to replace. Please be careful with them. Okay, how many did I lose? Just the one by the look of it? Okay, but it is very on fire. Okay, the ship is a little bit more sluggish to maneuver with the extra weight, but it's not terrible. Like, this is completely usable. It does drift us. It drifts a lot. Never mind. It's not a racing ship, right? It is a mining ship, so I think a bit of sluggishness is acceptable. Man, I love the way this thing looks, though. It does look like a bit like an eel, like some kind of like aquatic predator, doesn't it? And considering its main job at the moment is to haul ice, it kind of works. Okay, so we should see that drain out almost instantaneously, and it did. Izzy's won't pull stuff out of cockpits, so that's just something we're gonna have to. You know what? Oh no, never mind. It found it. I've told a lie. Okay, deep space cryotransport. I would appreciate it if you would stop invading my aerospace, my man. You are getting way too close for comfort. Yeah, you got bumped a little hard. It's a good thing we had the armor up there, otherwise I think we might have destroyed that completely. Okay, now, to reverse, I think we pop these off, and I think we put a camera right there. This is going to be our reverse camera. Okay, lovely. We have a reverse camera. All right, and then I do actually want to put that conveyor cap on here, just to see what it looks like. I don't know if that is any better, but whatever. We'll leave it on there for now. You guys will let me know if you hate it. And then we'll put down a front camera right inside these drills. Okay, and that's going to be my front camera. So now I can view the ship through here. And you can even zoom in on cameras too, isn't that cool? And they can look around independently within the thing. It's pretty nifty. Let's just return that to roughly center. And then take me to number 4. Okay. How nifty is that? There we go. So now we've got a reverse view. And yes, okay, the controls aren't reversed though. Something to be aware of. Alright, lovely. How full are we on our ice reserves? Because I would like to have probably a couple 100,000 in reserve. If our only means of braking is ice, then, well, you better believe I want more braking. Okay, we're up to 20%, so I need another 5 loads like that. Alrighty, there we go. So we've managed to save up about 132,000 ice. That's with 3 trips. Make that, sorry, 222,000 ice. That's pretty solid. It's going to take the O2H2 generators a little while to process through all of that, of course. The refinery is still cooking, by the look of it. Yep. Just takes a minute. It is a little slow. We probably want another 1 or 2 of those. Of course, we've got some stone. We can tell it to cook up as well. It's a lot of cobalt. We still have 150,000 cobalt ore. Yeah, it's more cobalt than we'll ever use in this lifetime, to be completely honest. 30,000 cobalt is enough cobalt. We just too much cobalt. In fact, I would wager that is a surplus of cobalt, but it's only processing it because it's got nothing else to do. How much iron did we have left over? I think I probably want like 80k iron in ingots, because that's enough. Okay, we got 33k. Let's go get some more iron. That should then be enough for us to build a fairly sizable sort of getaway bunker base in the next one. This would probably be a great asteroid to build it on, iron and water, but they're not close enough together. I kind of want an asteroid with really easily accessible water and iron deposits. Both of this asteroid's kind of trash, to be honest, for that. I think what I'm really keen on for this series is going to be find an interesting looking asteroid, but which also has some fairly accessible resources. Yeah, slowly but surely. The not fit for purpose becomes more fit for purpose. Where was that iron? Okay, and I'm just gonna park. Oh shit! I misjudged the distance there a bit. It's a little hard with this, 2D screen, 3D space. I just whacked my Gatling gun into the floor. That is the next problem we have to solve. In fact, let me add that to the checklist. We have definitely built a miner. I think we can successfully claim to have achieved that one. So let's put that down here. Miner is built. We're going to need to name the miner at some point. So let's add that to our checklist for next time. Name the miner. I'm also going to want to find magnesium. So I'm going to take away this ore one, and I'm going to put down the ores I actually really need right now. So we need to find magnesium. We need to find gold. And we're going to need to find some platinum. Until we've got all of those, we are in a bit of trouble. We also need uranium. I guess we'll put down everything we don't know about just yet, right? We definitely do not need cobalt, but we do need nickel. And I guess silicon, but like one load will be enough for the entire playthrough. Unless you build a lot of windows, wink wink, you don't need all that much of it. Okay, but we have a source of ice. Should we need it, we can come back to it. But we really need magnesium. Because I don't have bullets for these turrets. Even though I've got the turrets, I don't have the bullets to put in them. And I have no way of making them. I can recycle a couple of, shells here and there. So we can, move ammo types around. But once I've shot them, they're shot. Let's go mine up a quick batch of iron. Alright, is that enough to fill up our refineries now? I don't know exactly how much this thing's going to process. And we should see it switch over to refining the iron shortly enough. Looks like he's kind of just vibing with the cobalt still. I guess what it's looking at is it's looking at the fact that we have iron in ingots here. We have 33,000 iron and only 14,000 cobalt, and it's trying to be like, well, we could have an equal number of both. You know what? We respect an egalitarian system. Give me the gravel. I also just want to dump that. We do need some of it to make reactor components. We don't need 8,000 of it to make reactor components. Imber escort drone is on its way, but not towards me. It looks like there's a fight that's about to go off. And we'll drop some gravel. And you know what? This feels like an excellent time to land over here, right? Let's drop off these fancy boy tools. Drop off the bottles. Give me some tier 2 grinders and welders. And we're going to go pick up the scraps from that fight. Do you know what? I'm feeling extra spicy. Give me my rocket launcher too. Okay, this is a last-ditch resort. Let's go see what's out there. So there's a Monarch transport over there. There's a lot going on. Oh my goodness. There is a Vitreous assault corvette with an escort drone. There's more Imber vessels down here. Oh, and these ones look hostile. But it looks like they're attacking the Wandering Merchant. Oh, okay, let's go help them. Oh. Well. Ah, I'm being shot. Look at the size of this corvette. Maybe we can get in close while it's distracted. Oh, my dapping is off and I'm definitely gonna die. Well. Rip to a real one. Let's see if they come attack me now. I do not have any magnesium. So we should probably leave. In fact, you know what? I'm thinking this is a great opportunity to test out our Go Dark mode. And let's go check out that asteroid over there. Maybe that'll have some magnesium. I can switch the turrets on at any second, but again, I'm not entirely certain we'd even be able to defeat a couple of these drones. Let's have a look at our gun situation. Maybe we can move some ammo around, right? So right now, I have plenty of missiles. I've got some Gatling gun ammo in one turret. That's a bit of a problem. Let's go turret, and let's at least put that in 2 of them, right? Give me 12 there, 12 there. Okay, so at least both turrets are firing. I guess we can put a shell in each of these, so at least they've got 1 shot. Okay, we've got to find some magnesium, and pretty soon. Also, bye-bye to my beautiful, beautiful rocket launcher. Oh, I will miss you. Oh, what have we got here? Here we go. Uranium and silicon. Okay, scratch 2. That is huge. Okay, let's grab some lights, I'm thinking. Give me a couple of those in my pockets. I want to put some lights down on this here drill setup. And then we can go ahead and mine up some of this uranium and silicon. And then we'll trek over to one of the other asteroids and find ourselves a little bit of, hopefully, magnesium. That's kind of the dream. Magnesium and nickel. Because then I can make as many bullets as I could ever need. Okay, there we go. Now we can at least see underneath us, in addition to in front of us. In front of us was maybe a little bit pointless, considering, the fact that, well, the drills are on the bottom. You know what? Let's bathe everything in a slightly pink light. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to let this thing drift forward a little bit while it sorts itself out. We can keep mining that stone. Let's turn this lad on. Let's escape, and let's go get that silicon. I think it was like... we can probably just dig down straight towards it, right? Yeah, give me the front camera, and we dig. Alright, I think 1 full load of silicon is going to be more than enough for probably the rest of this playthrough. But we will need a lot of it if we want to build a lot of bulletproof glass. That's quite expensive. But other than that, you kind of use, like, just trickles of it at a time. And you can probably just do it all with stone, to be honest. Okay, so let's see what we've done here. We now have, there we go, 100,000 silicon ore. That is plenty silicon ore, let me tell you. Okay, so let's go ahead and mark uranium and silicon off our checklist. We'll move them all down once we found them all. We got to go find gold, magnesium, silver, cobalt, gold, magnesium, silver, and platinum. That's the other one. Yeah. Platinum will let us make more thrusters. That would be the damn dream, let me tell you. Okay. Let's get this guy out of here. I noticed that the drills are still running on the mining ship. We should probably deal with that. And then I will fly over to the next asteroid. Don't drill me. Alright, let's fly over to that guy over there. And see what secrets it holds. Hopefully we've got magnesium or nickel. Magnesium would be the real kicker. Because that means we can just build as many guns as we need to. That is truly the dream. Gold would allow us to get superconductors, which would allow us to make large, large jump drives, I guess. That would then, cut down the transit times on this thing quite a bit. Silver would let us make more reactor components and the same superconductors. Also the gravity generator stuff. And then I guess platinum is really just for the thrusters. And for level 3 tools. Yeah. Okay. Hey, look at that. We got magnesium. That is ideal. Let's fly around to the other side. We probably have 2 ores on this thing. I don't know which is which, though. I really hope we've got some cobalt. Okay, cobalt's not really what we're looking for. We got plenty of cobalt. Silver would have definitely been the kicker. But I will mark it down on the GPS regardless. GPS, magnesium, and cobalt. Oh. Okay, I don't think this is going to be a suitable candidate for direct mining, like the uranium was. I think we're just going to deploy the miner for this one. This is a really cool little cabin. Oh man, that'd be really dope to build a base in, wouldn't it? What do you guys think about that? Little asteroid bunker base inside this sort of cool donut extrusion here? Hold on. Let's investigate this a little bit. Yeah, check this out. Whoa. And with magnesium right here and plenty of stone, we'd be able to make all the bullets we'd ever need. Oh, hold on. I'm getting plans. Plans are forming. This could be like a fortress. We could just completely cover the outside in battleship-size mainline guns. Oh, that would be pretty dope, wouldn't it? The magnesium deposit seems a little thin, though. I'm already into the stone. That is not great. Okay, maybe it wasn't as amazing as we gave it all that credit for. Look at some full of stone. Useless. Something we could do to try and reduce the amount of stone we're collecting here is to just put to set the conveyor here to drain all and then spit out the stone, or we could just get, like, you know, small connectors to do exactly that. We could just spit the stone out into space. It's completely viable, but I'm also at the same time I'm kind of fine with processing the stone because it'll give us more nickel. Since we don't actually have nickel ore just yet, that's the one thing that stone is still really good for. And, you know, it does mean we don't have to keep going to find more iron. We'll have to just deal with the gravel at some point, probably in a very similar fashion. Okay, 34,000 magnesium. I think I want about 250,000 in reserve. It's very slow to process, but it does give you a tremendous amount of ammunition at the end. It takes a very long time to process it, though. So, like, 200... I don't know exactly what the yield is, but I mean, 100,000 ore would give us enough bullets for this playthrough if we kept these current guns, I think. So I want to go 250 so we can, you know, double or triple this, and then we'll maybe just have to do a little bit more mining over time, but that's fine. Okay, the vein's a lot richer further up. I think we just picked up on like a really thin piece of it at the bottom. I slanted it for no reason. This would still make a completely viable base location. I mean, that's just pure magnesium currently in there. And we are only now getting through to the stone. There's probably another 700,000 magnesium left in that deposit, which would be enough to shoot, you know, a very large number of bullets. So, alright, look, we're up to 156,000 magnesium. I think that's probably enough. I know I said I wanted 256, but let's go with 150. I think we need to keep it moving. Let's go get some more... let's go get some more bullets made. Make sure that that's happening. We've got the location marked down. We know it's a possible base location. I think it's definitely a very cool one. There was another right over there. What are we hoping to see here? Silver to start with, and then gold. Silver would be the best because we need more reactors, but gold would be good too because the sooner we can start charging a jump drive, the better. Alright, well, there's the silver, and that looks like it's going to be a pretty solid mining candidate, or at least direct mining candidate. So let's see if we can maneuver the not fit for purpose down there and just grab it up straight into the refineries. That's it's just a lot faster than using the miner. I hate how well this works. It is so stupid and so effective. Why do I hate it? Mostly because I'm just mad that I didn't think of this like 7 years ago. It's just so easy to do. We have 8 kgs of silver currently being processed. We've got 21k in the bank, another 1.1k over here. Is that really all of it? Wow, you'd think there'd be some more floating around somewhere, huh? Interesting. I thought we would have gotten a lot more than that. We are now mining stone. Okay, so let's do a little U-turn here and get the next line. Okay, 41k silver. I definitely want more than that. Okay, that is a lifetime supply of silver stowed in the bank. We have stored 53,000, and we've actually managed to fill up this cargo container. That's fantastic. Okay, where to next? I guess those guys over there are probably our next best bet. I do kind of want to drift towards the moon, though. Aren't many good asteroids on the way to the moon. I just need gold and platinum. So hopefully... We don't actually need platinum. We can make do with ice and hydrogen. but I need gold for a jump drive. If I have gold for a jump drive, then using hydrogen to move around is completely viable. Also, man, I would kill for some larger thrusters. But the not fit for purpose is gonna get a pretty massive redesign in the next episode. We're gonna be adding a ton of refineries. We're gonna be adding some more assemblers. We're gonna be adding more cargo space. We are going to hopefully find some platinum and add larger thrusters, but you never know. We might that trip might take a little longer than the rest. I don't know what's going to be in this asteroid. I really hope it's gold. If it isn't gold, well, we'll just head towards the moon and call it good for today, I guess. All right, we're pulling through. We got magnesium and silicon in that node over there, and it doesn't look like there is too much on these other asteroids. I mean, it's a really interesting distribution. Lots of magnesium spread out amongst the different spots. That's cool. But no, I think we're going to pivot down. Let those upper engines fire, and we're going to aim right over here as well. Let's go check out this next batch. One question I would like to ask the comments section here is, do you guys know of a rangefinder mod? Because once we build a jump drive, I know that I sort of know how to adjust the distance it travels. Oh, there's the nickel. Okay, nice. I sort of know how to adjust the distance we travel, but not enough to be like 100% certain I'm gonna get close to what I want to hit. Like, I have no idea what the distance from me to that moon is right now, just because of the way the game does texture load-ins, right? It could be 200 meters, it could be 2,000 meters. I actually have absolutely no idea. 200 kilometers or 2,000 kilometers. Definitely, probably not meters. The point being that I would really appreciate if anybody has any quality of life mod suggestions for like a rangefinder, like a laser ranger, you know? A laceracer, maybe? Alright, I'm going to just grab a single load of nickel. I don't think we'll need as much as I'm thinking we're going to need. I think this is going to be a simple fly up, fly over, and we'll just grab the batch that was hiding inside this machine here. Oh, machine. This side rock. Man, this ship is so much faster than the other one. We really need more thrusters, dude. Okay, it seems we have picked up a couple of stragglers. They're getting a little bit too close for my gun's comfort. I'm going to pick a direction. Just turn you guys off for now. We don't need you active. I'm going to pick... Where is the moon? I would like to fly me to the moon. Come on. Get me a little further away. Oh god, here comes an escort drone. Do not come to me, please. I've lost the planet. I've lost the planet. I have lost the planet. Oh, it was behind the asteroid the whole time. Okay, I'm literally going the exact wrong way. That's not for me, right? I hope not. Either way, I say we build up some significant speed and fly ourselves to the moon. I reckon that there's a good chance we'll find platinum and gold there. And it'll be a lot easier to find them than it will be out here in space, because we can bunker down a little bit. I want to go and investigate every single one of these ships, but we're not there yet. Not yet. Soon, the not fit for purpose will have a purpose, and it will be fit for it, and we'll feel like geniuses, and we'll all celebrate, and maybe we'll even, we'll hang out, and we'll share a beer, and we'll talk about it 10 years from now in the group chat. But until then, unfortunately, we are out of time for today. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I've had a great one with some space engineers. Once again, we did a bunch of mining today. We did a bunch of refining. We're going to do even more refining and assembling in the next episode as we build out this ship while transporting ourselves to the moon. We did not get gold, so we are officially a slow ship adrift in space. We're going to aim just sort of right of the moon. I'm probably going to get this thing up to like 300 meters per second, and then that is the speed we are going to get there at. If it is 2,000 kilometers, well, it's going to take, 900 seconds. Which is, that's not that long after all. Excuse me, missiles coming to me? What the hell is chasing me? Oh, there's a big fight going on where we just were. And that drone just got swatted. Anyway, everybody, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. We've had a lot of fun with this one. Magic, you are an amazing editor. You're doing a great job. The people are loving it. People, let us know how Magic's doing. A reminder for those of you who care about this sort of thing, but we are going to be starting a new stream series on the channel fairly soon. It might have already started by the time this goes out. My timelines are a little messy. I don't think it has. You'll find a community poll over on the community tab.
This right here.
That's where I get all of my user feedback from. So if you'd like to be notified when those polls go up, join the Discord, link in the description. The Discord is closed temporarily, like it's open right now, but I do close it. So if you want to join, join soon, because we try to control the number of people we've got coming in, otherwise it gets a little bit too big too fast. But also, we have access to some really, really cool community servers over there. So please join up and sign up for them. They're run out of Australia by a wonderful community member. So if that's going to be a problem for the ping, I'm sorry, we can't do much about it. That is just how the world be sometimes. But if you're, close enough, if the internet's good enough, you should be able to play. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. I had a wonderful time. See you in the next one. Cheers. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?